By the way, like this Cloud9 team, they don't practice that much, or they don't practice at all, actually, against the North American Cloud9 team, but they do have the same analyst. Now, he doesn't give them the exact same strategies to work with because they're different teams and they have different styles.
Sure.
But similar ideas are going to be brought up in the discussions with that analyst. So same thing with this Rocker might happen.
Yeah, and you've got a team who's winning the North American LCS right now, right? And it's
they're doing something right.
They're clearly doing something right, right? #1 team twice in a row so far. Figure it's going to be some useful information to listen to. The ban does come through onto Lee Sin, so Ko's not going to get that champion here. Final ban from C9E is the LeBlanc away, and first pick Kha'Zix comes in, so NIP deny that.
I like that because I kept on mentioning those two. I like this stealing it away, only having to use one ban on jungle and being able to take Kha'Zix away. Pretty good opener here from NIP, I have to say.
The C9E, we think about, are they going to be aggressive? Elise is still available, of course, with Kha'Zix grab. There's no rush in grabbing your jungler here. It's not really the 0-0 play style. He's been really actually bruiser heavy so far in this season. Nuktuk, I suppose, is a player who could play Kha'Zix. He's generally had a very wide champion pool. Or I guess deep is the word we use, but was it like a big Fizz player back in Season 3? Like,
either way, you get more volume.
Yeah, no matter what, the volume's increased. That's all we care about is the volume of champions. Shogath makes your champion pool the largest. Simply just is the biggest impact with individual champion. Teemo doesn't increase their champ pool very much, but it's going to be Shyvana for Odwamna, also the Leona for the early dive, but NIP already have their pick.
Yeah, lightning fast lock-ins going according to plan here. Thresh is always a very high priority, so not really a surprise. And Freeze, very, very happy to be on Lucian. We saw the outplay already, the replay of it.
Yeah.
They get ganked, they get first blood. That should never happen. That's definitely a mistake by the other team, as well as just being played so well by this bottom lane. So having the bottom lane on this confident combo here, I think is not looking that great for Cloud9.
So we'll see if C9E can make something happen then for themselves. The hover on Sivir. Sivir Lucian's a fairly tough matchup. It is winnable. You can spell shield the Q, but it's a bit difficult. But that already gets locked in, so we on a Sivir lane.
So they were talking about NIP likes extending laning phase. Not a lot of people in Europe do the 2-1 switch. Sivir Leona could do a 2-1 switch. They've actually locked in Ryze and Shyvana. So probably the mid lane Ryze and then Shyvana side lane. Shyvana can jungle pretty well. A 2-1 switch would not be bad for Cloud9 if they want to try and throw NIP off.
Yeah.
Maybe since there's not that much of this 2-1 he was talking about over in Europe, then they want to throw him off that way.
Well, look at the difference, though, for NIP. They certainly got a very early game focused team because you've got Twisted Fate running around.
Whoa, Rumble.
Yeah, and Rumble, right? Rumble spikes like 9 to 13 in levels. Like he's not the crazy endgame carry like Ryze is. You got Twisted Fate, who's also only got 2 big damage skills. Was changed a bit in 4.5. Easier to lock in a gold card, then use it a bit later on. But you've got a team that's like trying to make plays early.
Yeah, and I also really like this last pick, Twisted Fate. He's good defense if there is an early lane swap. Mid laners with wave clear are very important in this day and age. Twisted Fate has that pre-6. Plus, then, post-6, he can get around the map very quickly. Since it's all about rotations towards the mid-game, it's a great champion to have in your pool. I do like the setup here from NIP. It looks like they're trying to get the first jump and catch Cloud9 off guard.
Yeah, well, C9E, speaking of off guard, switch the whole thing around. Jungle Shyvana, actually, the Rise of the top laner. Ahri comes in for the matchup.
Ahri has assassination potential on Twisted Fate. So that right there is kind of a reaction to Twisted Fate. She can easily kill him post-6 as if Nuktuk is not careful, or if he's not employing his Juke Duck skills.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be fun, though. Like, we've kind of all but forgotten about Jungle Shyvana. It always is in the back of my mind anytime it gets picked up. I'm like, I wonder if it'll go jungle there. But so you've got an interesting Ryze matchup there. Ryze versus Rumble. Like, it's weird because basically C9E managed to get a double counter pick this way because they locked in Ahri last, of course, knowing it's against TF. They picked up the Ryze, making it look like it was going to be a mid laner, actually, unless NIP knew like the likeliness of Jungle Shyvana. And so basically C9E got to say, okay, well, they get to determine their lanes completely at that point and say, yeah, let's send Ryze up, let's send Shyvana on jungle, let's send Ahri here.
And even though they did not get Elise or Kha'Zix, they did not give up the plan of jungle invades. Shyvana can build Feral Flare. She's
Yeah.
very strong with it. She doesn't need mana, so she doesn't even sacrifice anything by not going Spirit Stone. She already likes to farm very hard. She's a quick clearing jungler, and she likes to counter jungle very hard. So they can still do the same thing. If they can get some nice vision in early, then Shyvana can actually do some good work in the jungle.
Well, let's see. This is going to be a whole bunch
However,
of
her
fun.
ganks are
Ganks
definitely
aren't great.
lackluster.
Ganks aren't great.
So it's probably going to be Ko looking to actually just fight the other jungler because then at least the other team won't get strong ganks either.
Okay, so Shyvana versus Kha'Zix, the jungle matchup. There's a TP for Odwamna, C9E's top lane Rise, but 0-0 is running Ignite for lane dominance. So a lot of differences between these guys. Both supports running Ignite, both AD carries running Summon or Heal, both mid laners running Ignite as well. I feel like I want to recount all of them just because things are going to change a whole bunch, being 4.5.
The double Targons for shoving here. Targons with a Thresh is not a super common thing, but Voidal actually does it as well. So
yeah,
both of these guys actually preferring the extra health there and going to have to rely on their spells and auto attacks to actually land the last hit. They will not be benefiting from the execute. Also, Rise starting Mana Crystal, very offensive start here for him. Looking for those high-impact, long-range Qs to just harass 0-0 down.
Yeah.
As opposed to going with boots for the move speed. Much more defensive start.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see if he can sit up here against Rumble very nicely. Rumble starting with Thorn Shield. Is worth pointing out, Mithy almost always runs attack damage marks on Thresh. He's got 57 AD, which I'm pretty sure is attack damage marks. Thresh has pretty low base AD.
Whoops. Step outside the bush.
What? Ward comes down, gets killed. 30 gold to C9E. So that ward going away from Mithy. It's 75 gold down the drain. But worth pointing out that, Targon's does not execute if you're Thresh. Thresh is a quote-unquote ranged champion.
I did go over that while you were looking at the runes.
Okay.
Mithy,
well then, yeah, I looked up the runes because we were talking about it. So yeah, the runes will help him. He still gets to do more damage there. There you go. All right. We've solved the
counter
case.
jungling starting already, as we mentioned from Shyvana. That invade made possible by the ward kill that they made in that little bush in the river very early on. It did mean, however, Sivir and Leona didn't get to have a very quick start to the lane, so they didn't get to really shove early.
Yeah, so we're going to see actually a couple of minions miss right here. Good play. Yarnan going to take a lot of damage, actually. Already burned his potion as well, and the regen from the first 2 stacks of Targon's Brace used.
They are definitely going to have an uphill battle here, since they did not get to shove early, and they are short range, very short lane for this Cloud9 Eclipse. They're going to have to try and CS under turret now. Yeah. See how many they can secure. Pretty big upper hand here for the NIP bot.
Absolutely is. Hilberto is going to be able to grab the C9E red buffs. These guys are trading 2 buffs for 2. Ko, she already waiting around a counter gank up here. Yarnan still level 1, though. Q comes out bit of damage, but...
So his AD carry is at 200 HP. It's very, very risky to try and force a gank like this. If Yarnan goes in for any extra damage...
Ooh, the E from Voidal misses. No gank for Ko.
It's so dangerous. Like, there is a very real possibility of NIP getting first blood again while the other team ganks them.
That was incredibly nice.
This is getting out of control very quickly.
Yeah, Voidal forced a flash. Now, Summoner Heal is still available for Yarnan. And you can see he's trying to wave clear a bit. That Q nearly hit right there. Honestly, NIP are like inches away from taking kills. Yarnan does not have Spell Shield as well. So if you land a hook, that guy, you're going to have to burn some Summoners to get out.
Yeah. Even dangerous for them to CS under turret, as you can see. NIP threatening to harass them under. Move up top, though.
Yeah, look how far back Odamna's forced to be right there. He's going to miss multiple waves now under the turret. The early pushing by 0-0 is working out.
Shyvana should be able to cut off Nuke Duck here.
Wow.
Think he might have seen him. Think he might have seen him get in that bush.
Yeah, there weren't any wards. He would have had to see it somehow. Because he went all the way down, was like, wait a second, and turned back.
Yeah. That's pretty much the only way you get ganked by Shyvana this early, is if you walk into her.
It's true.
He does have flash, but if you don't walk into her, you should be fine.
Just gold card to the face, walk out. Not a big problem. Ko is going to try to keep the invasion going, though, stealing away some of the double golems down on the bottom side. Ko does have 16 to the 11 minions of Hilberto, so as far as that's concerned, it's going well. C9E actually do have a gold lead overall. Their mid lane's winning by 11 minions. The stun comes in. Look at Ko from the back as well. Mythy's got to be careful here.
More red buff, though.
He's going to flash away, pulls the lantern in. Free's going to be pretty safe. Q comes out. Summoner Heal was used to keep the team alive. Ko in a really bad spot,
man.
and down he goes. Well played, Mythy.
Again, NIP bot lane get ganked. They get first blood. Shyvana's red buff had already run out. Their AD carry could not apply a lot of pressure because Yarnan is very low. Even though he has Summoner Heal, the other team have their Summoner Heal as well, and they used it.
Actually, wow. Here we go.
So this is a Shyvana gank for you. No red buff. Adds a bit of damage. But with so much displacement there, they're able to use the flash and the heal.
Yeah.
Heal giving a speed buff now. It's just such a strong summoner.
And Odama has down to the top lane.
No hope up there. These pre-6 TF ganks. This is the second time he roamed up there.
Awesome play by Nukeduck. He's giving up minions for it, but honestly, the fact that he's now snowballed that top lane into a good spot, Odama does have his summoner teleport back up, plus a tier. But still, I mean, that is a great start. NIP, and I've always wondered if this was in their back pocket, can NIP play hyper-aggressive early on? Because they're such good players, they're incredible. 3 of the 5 members here went to Worlds as Lemon Dogs. Like, these guys have a wealth of experience, and they're playing an early game aggressive team more here. The early roaming from pre-ult TF, and it's paying off.
People can change, Freak. I've always been told, you know, over and over, whenever we go over to Europe to cast some games and we get intel on the guys, like Nukeduck is a laner who likes to control his mid lane, and he doesn't like to roam around much like that. But now, he is, even before he's level 6 on TF, so exerting his will all over the map. Definitely has multiple playstyles. Maybe that's just a very old thing about him staying in mid lane, but regardless, he's coming out, roaming around quite often here early, and it's only going to get worse. He's almost level 6 here. There, he does have it now. The bottom lane has to worry even more. Sivir, Leona with Targons, whenever they shove up, they have to be very careful.
Yeah, absolutely. If Sivir's overextended, like, you can spell shield 1 CC, but then you're pretty screwed. One thing I want to point out with this match overall, though, is so even though both these teams have qualified for the summer promotion tournament, we actually know all 3 teams that are going. Right now, I think these teams are playing for fear because you don't want to get first pick. You don't want to play maybe Copenhagen Wolves, whichever team takes 6 in the playoffs. Like, the scarier you look, the easier your opponent is for promotion. That's ultimately the goal for these guys, to make it into the LCS. So the scarier you look, the later you get picked up in the promo tournament, and the higher chance you play a team who's been having a lot of trouble like Millennium. Yeah,
that's what I was saying about LMQ in the North American Challenger scene. It's all about your reputation in Challenger. Reputation does mean a lot. Now, I really would like NIP to continue to pressure Ryze early. Ryze is very easy to take advantage of early. He has no summoner spells. He started tier. He's very, very squishy at this point. Ryze takes a while to scale up. He'll be very, very difficult to deal with early. So with champions like that, you want to take advantage of the windows that you have with them. And I think TF being 6 would be a great opportunity for Nukeduck definitely to continue the pressure up there. Or maybe 0-0 could just do it himself.
Well, it's going to be a bit of damage coming in, a little bit more comes through, but doesn't quite have enough. The equalizer, unfortunately, I don't think he even hit Odwamna once right there. Would have been the solo kill for 0-0 though, but slight miss on the aim there. I haven't seen Rumble top in a while, but it's fun to see.
Yeah, the new skin probably upped his play rate a little bit.
He didn't pick it though.
Yeah, sad. Very sad. Maybe it's not available.
I know Void Fizz was actually played yesterday, so I think he just opted into being lame. It is available on the tournament realm, so 0-0 just is a hater. It's the official word here, the Challenger Series.
Well, players like, you know, Faker says that he doesn't use skins.
He is also a hater.
He's the #1 hater in the world, I guess.
Yes, he is.
He's #1. Oh!
He's the hatest.
We will not see a fight here. Ku already, though, up 1 level on Kha'Zix. The hard farming here for Shyvana. Even though he died at bottom, is going that Wriggles build, and he's going to be trying to get as many large minions as possible because the late game scaling power of that Feral Flare is intense. Shyvana, he might not even have to build a Blade of the Ruined King. He might just be full tank after Wriggles. The only problem, he's going to need some slow from somewhere. So if he gets a Randuin's, and he should be able to stick on his target, and only have to have one offensive item.
Pyjamas in the battle with Nuke Duck. One more shot. Is the Ignite going to be enough? No, it's not. This guy's forced to flash away from the turret, though. Pyjamas not quite getting enough damage.
Dangerous right there, though, with Alberto coming up on Kha'Zix. He didn't really have an option of going any deeper. Tough luck for Pyjamas.
We're going to just watch the top lane for a bit, though. Despite the couple of early ganks overall and Odwamna getting pushed around a fair bit, honestly, is still keeping up in minions with 0-0 in the top lane. This game, only 900 gold apart. Right? Dexter talked about outplaying NIP in their own game. C9E just saying, we're going to scale, we're going to scale. They've only given up 2 kills, and the gold's still close.
Yeah, I think that there's still a pretty big window for NIP to attack that Rise, but we have not seen an ult from Nuke Duck yet. He made more ganks pre-6 than he has since he's gotten his ult.
That's true, actually, yeah. It's been probably, what, 4 minutes or so since actually he hit that level 6 right there. Ko looking down towards the bottom. Nice hook on Avoidal's going to get slowed down. Puts the ulti down right onto Freeze, though. Bit of damage comes through. Ko waiting in the wing.
Gonna be a dive?
Summoner heal is up, though. Is going to be a bit of risk for C9. Nice Q lands, though, from Yernin.
Yeah, so they call off the dive. Probably a wise call right there. Yernin did pop his ulti for it, though. And as you can see, Shyvana is just making her home in this jungle side, doing a lot of counter jungling. Ko's trying to keep that Kha'Zix in check early, and he's done a good job. Kha'Zix has not had high impact ganks yet.
See what else they can find on this one. 0-0 happy to remove these minions one more time before getting pushed back. The wave clear coming in for Odwamna. Popping his ultimate. It's a fairly low cooldown when you Rise. It's actually not a bad thing just to spam your ulti, just to get the lane into control.
Yeah, especially if you are using your spells to CS. It will further lower the cooldown. Everything that you do cast, getting a nice flash out there. It's not a lot of effort that Ko is having to put into these top lane ganks. All he had to do was walk by, and he was awarded a flash. So that was a very, very efficient gank there, especially since he's Shyvana and not a lot of threat.
Yeah, so that one's not going to work right there. Mithy looking for random juke patterns for Yernin, but generally speaking, those hooks are not landing on the C9E AD carry. The dual lane, 13 minions in the lead, though. I do have to commend Freeze and Mithy for doing a very good job in this lane.
Whoa, Rise is dead. So he was blinking there.
Solo kill.
So the ulti lands. 0. No flash burn either.
Yeah,
and
so much damage.
I mean, there's a lot of slow from Rumble, but not hard CC, so I probably caught him off guard up there. Let's take a look. He just gets a good equalizer this time. Able to squish him against the wall there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably should have ran downhill in that case. You never want to run over a full equalizer like that.
Yeah, he managed to clip the side of it as he's walking through instead of like flashing the wall or flashing past it. So, of course, well played. That's 0-0's now 2-0 in this lane matchup overall. I mean, making the kills happen. Very impressive stuff by this guy. So, NIP just winning the lanes a little bit.
Yeah, NIP, they got their extended laning phase here. It's already 13 minutes. No towers have gone down. They have a healthy lead. They're feeling pretty good about this game. Cloud9, though, they have a lot of late game scaling. Sivir with Shyvana is always a great combo, even if it is coming from the jungle. She'll be a little bit less tanky, but not that much. And it's always really good with Rise, too, who scales up late game and also benefits greatly from move speed.
It's going to be a fun one to watch then. How good is the C9E late game team fight? Can Odwamna rejoin his team into fights and all that fun stuff? We have seen Rise be very effective in the semifinals, actually. C9E fell afoul of that champion.
Uh-oh. Okay, burnout.
Yep.
Not going to be able to take it away.
Charms it. There we go.
Not many people take the bladed, whatchamacallit, mastery.
Yeah. Well, it won't steal it anyway.
It's it's a percentage. It hits really weak.
Yeah.
As the monster gets lower.
It should be impossible to steal. But yeah, the weird thing is, like, just as a random aside on that mastery, if you're a slow clearing jungler like someone like Nautilus who doesn't kill the big camps very fast, you actually get a substantial amount of clear speed out of that mastery. Because the big guy's going to be at high health for a while. If you're like Shyvana, I can see not wanting to pick it up because you'll kill things fast anyway. I think it helps slow junglers.
Yeah, it doesn't help him enough, though. TF there. Long-range ulti back to lane. So he was walking up towards Rise, but there was no slow landed onto Rise.
Yeah.
So that's why he popped the ulti. Yes, it was a little premature, but he was looking to go top. He wasn't just using that to get back to mid lane.
Yeah. He cares that much about the laning phase. You know what? I'll ult to make my trip back quicker.
Minions.
Yes, please. Zoro does have his ult back up.
Guess he does like to control his lane.
Yep.
Do all my ganking before I get level 6.
To be fair, it watches for counter ganks too. You'd be like, oh, Shyvana's bottom. All right, I'm safe.
Yeah. And also would give them vision around Dragon. There's 15 minutes here. Haven't seen it taken down yet. Not a lot of control around that area of the map either. You can see NIP very defensive here. They even just shove one ward over the back of the Dragon Pit. They're not looking to set up a lot around it. They just want to make sure that C9 weren't taking it. Huh.
Well, it's going to be their choice for now. Febiven looks for the worm down, but sees Hilberto, realizes he's spotted, pieces out of that one. Hilberto, ward over the wall. That one's going to get killed, but Febiven, he's actually in a bit of a tough spot. He's going to get locked down, forced to ulti. The damage coming through Ignite as well. Nearly takes on Hilberto.
Yeah, I don't know. Febiven has been playing very careful.
Yeah.
He does not overextend for trades, it looks like. The second time he's gotten someone extremely low, and someone else on NIP shows up to save that person, and Febiven completely backs off. Does not even want to try and go for it, even with summoners up. But it's a safe way to play. They're going to try and take advantage of the jungler being chunked down and just take the easy objective.
Yeah.
I like it. Low risk. Low risk play here from Cloud9.
Yes.
It looks like they are trying to use this late game NIP scaling against them.
Yeah. And Ko just finished Feral Flare. That was actually his first camp since Feral Flare was the dragon, which is first soul consumed.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
16 minutes is a very decent Feral Flare.
Fastest
one I've had was 15 minutes, about 15 minutes even.
Oh, nice.
That's if you're doing really well.
Yeah.
But 16 is also very strong.
I got a 5-minute Wriggles once. I got a triple kill off teleport bottom lane. It was great. I backed and got a Wriggles. I don't know if I got it by like 15 minutes before, but yeah, plenty fast. Hilberto does have Lizard Elder. For what it's worth, guys, later on in this game, I'll be tracking Conservation versus Wriggles money later on in this game. 0-0, though, to be in a fight against Otwamna and Ko. The teleport comes out for TF. Ko has to ulti over the wall, but still taking damage. Forced to flash as well. Hilberto on the wings. Nuke Duck. Will he flash the slow onto 2? The Q is going to land on a 1. Ko still trying to run away. Looks like he'll be safe, but the counter gank works. Now in the bottom lane, a fight erupts. Sivir ulti pop. 2 box balls, maybe a 3rd soon. A lot of damage. Febiven gets the kill back on a 0-0, but now in the bottom lane, Freeze trying to run away. Ulti comes in. Voidal going to be able to dodge most of the culling here and keep himself alive.
All right, we top or we bottom. Kills everywhere. 1 man down for each team. Both top laners dead. Nobody bites the dust down bottom, but a lot of summoners as well as the ulti is blown.
Yeah,
looks
3
like
summoners and 4
Cloud9 retained control of the lane here after the exchange.
Wow.
All right, so up top, they started. Whoa,
that was the clean.
That was live. No, that was replay.
Yeah,
this was live. The PIP, confusing.
Oh yeah.
All right, so they get that was the answer kill onto Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, despite the TF ulti, I gotta say, good roam made by Febiven.
Yeah, so the thing that was unfortunate for Cloud9, you know, Ryze flashed out of that 2 vs 2 exchange and then hung around because he was worried for Shyvana, tried to land another snare, and ended up going down himself because he was trying to save his partner there.
Oh, rough. Wow.
Oh, what you're saying about the jungle items, though. Generally, Conservation will award you more money than the Wriggles passive or the Feral Flare passive, unless you're just permanently farming your jungle, which is a fairly poor jungle style to play.
Okay.
So generally, the Conservation awards you a little bit more gold, but you also have to take into account the ward that you get to drop.
Well, attempted kill again by 0-0. That's true, yeah. You get a 1/3 of a sight stone, basically. Voidal in a bit of a damage. Wow, the flash from Mithy keeps himself alive. Eclipse is still on, though. Voidal not taking much damage. Mithy will disengage.
Small window for him to flash out there. Gets to safety. Bottom lane turret down, though. That should afford them some control for the next dragon.
It's interesting, actually, I want to point out. Voidal rushed face the mount with no other items.
That
is literally his first item.
He loves that item. Like,
yeah,
he gets it on Thresh. He gets it, like, he's a very big
on Annie.
fan. Yeah, he's a very big fan of Face of the Mountain. And it's going to help them out because they do need a little bit of extra tankiness to shore up with Ryze and Shyvana since it's a jungle Shyvana. I do like that pickup for him, getting it really early. affords them a mid-game tank that they don't really have otherwise. And Cloud9, with their late-game scaling team, have actually gotten ahead in gold despite being down kills.
Yeah, and that's even despite the TF passive too.
Now, we talk. Okay, so this is a shifter move right here.
Oh, the juke! Nuke Duck, though, taking a bunch of pain, dodges the second Q. Ulti comes in. Fabivin does not have the damage. Nuke Duck with the escape.
That was a really strong escape. If the charm had landed, 100% dead, but it did not, and Fabivin does not get his kill. Quick thinking there by Nuke Duck, getting off the fast stun into TF ulti.
Yeah. W almost came back up. You saw him dash forward and couldn't quite put the damage through there. Face the Mountain, of course, available. Looks like Sightstone already picked up as well, plus Boots. So Voidal's basically equalized the item lead right here. Gonna see what Mithy goes for with the items. He's starting part of a Chalice, but he's also getting a Ruby Crystal. We'll see where that ends up moving.
Yeah, interesting item pickup here for TF as well with the changes to Lichbane. Not trying to get that early at all. Already going to Needlessly Large Rod, just looking for more burst power with his spell.
Yeah, we'll see where the transition keeps moving him to. Voidal and Yarn are going to make their way towards the mid lane. They walk through a ward, though. Nothing going to be too crazy in this one. Ko making his way top lane as well. A bit of a fight looks like it's going to start here. 2-on-2, into the rush he goes. Equalizer misses completely. And Odwamna looking for damage now here. Roberto forced ult, trying to run away, down very, very low. Zoro0 now very much alone on this one. He's going to take down Ko before he falls. Odwamna does not have flash, cannot catch Alberto 1-for-1.
Man, Equalizer missing like that in a 2 versus 2 is terrible for your team. You can see how close the fight was even without Equalizer damage. Would have changed everything here. But now the mid lane push, and Mithy does not have flash this time.
Stun comes in, DFG. Fabivin picks up 1 kill. Odwamna gets the root on a Nuke Duck. That's going to be a whole bunch of pain as well. Yerna gets the kill. C9E now with 4 kills in the map, 2 for 0 in that
And they're
play.
looking to press it here. Calling for a shove on mid. Continued power play here. They do not have a minion line, though, so they're going to have to wait around. Nobody's got enough armor to tank a turret this early in the game. They wouldn't even get a lot of damage down on it. Great rotation over to Dragon, though. They should have the timer. 3 more seconds on it. Good Solar Flare, able to catch out Mithy. As we said, he didn't have flash this time, so there's no hope. And they do get 2. Romney coming in with the teleport from the backside there. That deep ward, not only does it allow for mid lane picks, but also it allowed for that deep teleport by Ryze.
Yeah.
So awarding them a good flank opportunity and fortunate timing for Dragon coming up right then.
Yeah. C9E are in really good control, 2 dragons for themselves. Just as a quick update on the jungle items. During that replay, I checked, they're both at about 250, so they're holding equal so far. See if it transitions out anywhere else in the future in this one, but see what happens. Fabivin actually has been staying top lane for a bit in this one, actually. He's second time he's been holding this lane, but looks like 0-0 plus Alberto. Actually, 0-0 plus Mithy might be enough to just control this turret right now. Fabivin forced back, turret does go down. NIP find their first of the game.
Yeah, you got to respect this 0-0 Rumble right now, going a lot of damage and penetration here. If he does land a good ulti, then it will be very hard to deal with. They really need his next Equalizer to be the turning of the tides in the team fight here. I feel like it's slipping away from NIP. Yeah. And they need to make some sort of move either with the global teleport from TF or with a strong Equalizer to make their comeback now, because this late game from C9, it looks like their rotations are very strong, and they're the ones who have Sivir, and they have the teleport.
Yeah.
So the only thing they have to deal with is this global teleport from TF, which he has not been using very often.
Yeah, he used it once for a gank top that got turned around as a 1-for-1, once to escape away from Ahri. The Rumble ult you mentioned before is also available. Looks like C9E have to wait on the red buff, but Alberto doesn't want to give this one away. We'll see if the red buff is.
There's no Shyvana here, so there's not going to be a smite away. At best, Cloud9 could deny it from maybe freeze and force Alberto to take it, but that's not a very big deal. Junglers love having that red buff.
Yeah.
It is a little bit more effective on melees than it is on range anyway.
Ooh, flash by Nuke gets him away. The slow lands from the ulti. He pops the ult himself, but goes down too quickly for Fabivin. Gets the kill credit on this one. Killing spree.
They're going to cut off Rumble too. 0-0's in trouble.
His health bar might get removed to 0.
No.
Oh. What? He turned... Okay. I guess he didn't think anyone was coming to stop him.
He got in some reinforcements here. Kha'Zix as well as the Thresh coming up to back him up. Blue should probably go over to Cloud9 as long as they finish that top turret in time. They can easily collapse here. They're also getting a lot of good ward coverage here down on NIP's jungle side. There's no blue wards on Cloud9's side of the map. Pretty much all of the fighting going to be taking place over on this NIP jungle. And Cloud9.
Little wave clear is going to be enough to keep the turret in completely full health right there. NIP do stop that one. Code makes his way back around. Did rush a Randuin's Omen. He actually bought a cloth armor and sold it at some point randomly. He had that very early on in the game, but got rid of it. Wanted Merc Treads anyway. So Randuin's Omen now done. Only one offensive items. You did identify that one.
Oh yeah, Randuin's Omen. As I was saying, he needs a slow from somewhere, and he's not going to be building that blade since he started Wriggles. Big pickup right there.
Yeah.
Going to allow him not only to chase Lucian, but TF as well. This TF, he just uses Flash and his ulti. So he's a very immobile, squishy champion. If anybody gets on him, he's going to be in trouble. He does not have his Zhonya's. That's what I thought the Needlessly Large would go into, but he's actually gotten Death Cap.
Yeah.
So he's playing really, really offensive here. It's a bit of a gambit from Nukeduck here. But we'll see if it pays off. Does it give him more wave clear?
Yeah, it'll keep him ahead of the curve as far as one-shotting casters with his Q. It's always a sort of a battle with TF, is because casters gain 2 MR every couple of minutes as well as some health. You kind of have this race of like, can I get enough ability power and Magic Pen? And with him going Merc Treads, he's got to keep his AP up, otherwise he'd be in danger of not getting it. But yeah, last time I really saw Nukeduck TF, it was a while ago, but he was his dedicated split pusher. He would always be able to put pressure on turrets. He was always able to kill off minion waves. And honestly, he's so good at stopping the pushes there. You've got Lucian, Twisted Fate, and Rumble all ready to clear out minions. Like, C9E actually sieging, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be looking for the team fights. And it looks like NIP have decided we do not want to take any of those. Even though we have Rumble, we're going to have our TF build more for the wave clear and not for the team fight with the Zhonya's. They're going to try and spread out the map here.
See if they can find it. Dragon is up in a minute 15. C9E has already been controlling the objectives right there. They did not steal the rabbit, but they did steal the blue. Rise, of course, continuing to scale. Has Seraph's Embrace completely done. Hook comes out, does not land. Nor do the Void Spikes. NIP do have some defensive pink wards, though, keeping their jungle fairly safe.
All right, well, 5 men middle here. If the team fight does break out towards the mid, it's going to be a lot of pressure on Zoro to land his ulti. His ulti will do a tremendous amount in this team fight because he as well has gotten extremely offensive with his build. He's got a death cap as well. Going to need a good one for them to land. However, Cloud9 have so much mobility. They can easily reposition. Sivir ulti, Rise even has his own move speed that he will be able to make use of, and Ahri is extremely hard to lock down. I really like Cloud9's chance in this team fight. They're looking to flank from the side.
Well, they look maybe in for this one. Ko a bit far away, 10 seconds till Dragon. They're at least controlling the rotations on it. TF ult pop.
Ah, there it is. Draw them over to the Dragon Pit.
Okay, 5 versus 5. Poke coming out from Hilberto. NIP, maybe they push mid lane for this, but right now C9E have started up on the Dragon. Ninjas and Pyjamas waiting far enough away. Looks like they will not go for this whatsoever. Dragon going down rather quickly, and Ko will claim a victim there. Dragon actually goes over to Yernin. Scumbag Yernin stealing a Pharaoh Flare stock with that one. Ulti comes in, it's going to be a dash away. Hilberto, Nukeduck, they're all in the mix. Nice knockback, but here comes the fight. Equalizer comes across the entire team. Nukeduck goes down first. The backline still safe. Ko forced to run, but he's going to get traded down back by Mithy. 1-for-1 fight. Flash by Yernin. Good damage comes through. Can he find much more? Hilberto takes a crit to the back of the head. The Vivian off on the side as well. More flashes used. Oh, the hook doesn't land. And down he goes. Picks up the kill on a Mithy. 2-for-1 C9E.
Yeah, and NIP were able to get 1 kill because it was a good equalizer that cut off the rest of the team while they focused down the Shyvana. But as we said, this TF extremely squishy, very immobile, not able to get out alive. Getting the slow from the Solar Flare, they started off, they go right into the box and equalizer. So 3 members sitting on box plus equalizer. Everybody else kind of gets zoned out and Ko gets focused down, so they trade it 1-for-1. But one team has Sivir, amazing at chasing down, and then Mithy trying to tag somebody on the backside. Vibibin just turns around right in his face.
Yeah, that I feel like
the hook did land. So you said the hook didn't land. It landed, just not on the target that was going to kill.
Yeah. Not the one you just really want to stuff right there. Yeah, well, there you go. Update on the jungle items. 500 gold for the Lizard Elder full bar to about 450 for Ko's Shyvana, but 22 Feral Flare stacks for Shyvana so far. So worth it.
Definitely worth it.
Couple of wards
like I
as well.
said, it's the late game option for the jungle. And since the early game did not have a lot of action, that's the kind of jungler that you want in these long games. Cloud9 came into this game thinking they were going to play the long game. They were going to try and go with option number 2.
Yeah.
Outscale NIP, play them at their own game, and it has worked out beautifully for them. They used the Rise, they used the Sivir pick, and they've also got the farming jungle. So it looks like Ko is not just an early game jungler here, not just able to put out great ganks, great early game with Lee Sin.
134 CS Shyvana. Gotta say, actually, pretty high minion score game overall. No record-setting paces, although 310 for Fabiven's pretty good. 3 completed items there: Death Cap, DFG, Void Staff. Not much mana regen, not much CDR, but if you can one-shot people, who cares? It's gonna look pretty okay. And Ari there, we'll see what his next item ends up being.
I really like the item path for Rise too. Anytime he's against strong AP, it's actually good for him because he loves building Spirit Visage. Cooldown reduction and the increased health, the increased healing is so good on Rise. He's very happy that it also doubles as the best sort of defense to build against a double AP comp.
Yeah, he'll be happy. I wonder if anyone's going to go Abyssal here, because both these teams are running double AP comps. And in fact, Shyvana's going to probably do more magic than physical to champions anyway.
Yeah, she definitely will.
So, almost triple AP in a certain way. The AD carry is the only main source of physical damage for both lineups here. I guess Kozik's actually another big one. But you can see how fast the wave gets cleared down. But Yarden staying around, low health, jumped in from Freeze, good damage. Sivir ulti popped actually. Was almost in range of getting equalized. 0-0 holds it though. C9E disengage.
Now, Odoamne does have his teleport available, so he should probably just go soak up the minions that are going to run into the bottom turret there, as the rest of the team had to back off. I don't think that he would want to stick around mid if the rest of them do not collapse here. It's an interesting choice for Cloud9 right now. Are they going to collapse and try and defend the secondary turret? TF is trying to take advantage.
Yeah. Well, they got the mid lane turret down.
Backs off.
Well, that's by Nuke Duck, though. He ulted to reveal locations to get mid without getting jumped, and then just like cleared away bottom for a bit of pressure. But I mean, NIP have always been very risk averse.
So Cloud9 were able to get the Kenneth minion wave at turret. Didn't even lose money there. Even though they failed their push top, they didn't have to pay for it with anything. And NIP were unable to make a strong push, either mid or bottom. I mean, there was one hit left on that turret, so I guess you can award them a single turret kill.
Outer turret number 3 does go to Ninjas Pyjamas not long ago. Cloud9 Eclipse have gotten tier 2 mid for themselves, so a small lead on that one. Aegis gets picked up for Voidal, so his investment in getting a lot of money on himself grants the team a bit more. Of course, this is with the 4.5 changes, so Locket is plus a Kindle gem in the recipe combination. We'll see that he's going to be close to that pretty soon. Ninja Tabby as well for the Leona. Although standard stuff here, Mithy has a lot of CDR. We'll see if he finishes his item or if he goes towards Ascension late game.
Oh, face checking into Ari is always very, very painful.
Yep.
She does ridiculous damage when the charm lands, and that's a guaranteed charm to land walking into it. Now it's going to be really hard for NIP to stop this.
Well, it's going down really quickly. Equalizer.
Great equalizer.
Amazing damage comes through. C9E forced to disengage. They jump in. Nuke Duck taking a bunch of pain. Charm will not land. 0-0 off in the wings of the box. Doing a fair bit of damage as well. Can they re-engage? They look for Odwamna right now. The Baron is still fighting. Odwamna very low on health. Nice shot comes in. The hook onto Yarden. He's going to go down as well. Febiven, can he find Mithy? He gets flayed back. Huge damage comes across. Ignite is on. And down he goes.
Well,
3 kills for NIP.
Well, we talked about the importance of that next team fight equalizer. It was godly. Inside the Baron pit, always very dangerous to group up, especially against double AP comps.
Yeah.
When Baron does make it rain on your team, then you will take increased magic damage. And let's see there. Yeah, I think cuts off the exit, traps pretty much everybody in with Baron, so they're taking more damage too. And then the box for the secondary line of peel. They have 2 very strong lines of peel here on the NIP team. Answer kill onto Freeze.
The Baron gets interrupted. They go in, they find a guy back. It's like Baron's going to regen all the way back to full on this one. So Ninjas of Pyjamas They got a couple of kills, bringing the scoreline within under 5,000 gold, so still a very close game. Neither team able to cement major advantages.
Cloud9 will be more wary of the Rumble ulti after that last fight. So I don't know if they will be a bit more timid around that Baron area. It was a pretty good opportunity for them, but the Dragon is up as well, and it is a much, much less scary objective to go for.
Yeah. Buffed a bit, 4.5. Ulti comes in, slows 0-0. He does have Flash, uses it. Gets the wall here, still in the chase. The Flash Randuin's used. Equalizer's not bad. He takes a land from the way out. Nuke Duck's there as well. Odromna Rune Princess takes a bit of pain as well. But there goes the disengage from TF. Looks like no kills picked up.
Yep, they didn't get anybody, but they did get the Equalizer down. So they don't have to worry about it the second time around. Decent ward coverage from both teams around Baron Pit. And we'll probably see more sweepers coming out. I mean, 2 is kind of the mid-game standard for sweepers. Usually by this point, 35, 36 minutes in, they'll start swapping out a few more of those the warding trinkets for sweepers. Need more vision control, or at the very least buy more pink wards.
Yeah, true. Honestly, these guys...
Not that much true sight here.
Yeah, both teams are really allowed to get a lot of wards up right now. You're seeing a giant scattering of them around the Baron Pit right there, on both sides of the wall. Couple of defensive pink wards I can see in the Blizzard jungle of NIP. Gonna be the Dragon started up now for Cloud9 Eclipse. Looks like Voidal and Pavivin gonna start that one out. Ko is coming around as well. Sunfire plus Randuin's for himself, also likely to get a Banshee soon. I could actually see Visage. He's gonna have some health regen in fights. See what he ends up picking up in this one. 0-0 freeze though, happy to keep the mid lane minion wave gone, so man, I mean 40 minutes in almost, what a game. These guys fighting back and forth rather closely. No one's in a definitive real lead here.
Yeah, because no one is really making that strong effort to control the vision completely. It's very hard in the new patch to actually black out the screen for someone, like completely make Fog of War for the other team. And you really have to commit to it fully. Okay, they picked up one more sweeper, but really everybody has to do their part with the pink wards. So probably just be looking at more picks coming down here. I mean, the Sivir team with Ahri has a very high potential for picking somebody off. And it doesn't seem like NIP have been able to use TF ulti to catch anyone out of position. So I'd probably give the advantage in picks over to Cloud9, since Nuke Duck has been mostly trying to shove waves, and now he has a Lich bench. He'll probably be split pushing.
Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, the teleport up for Odwamna, the teleport up for Twisted Fate for Nuke Duck. The Void Staff coming in soon for the Rise right there. But 0-0, I mean, adds a Death Cap into the mix. He's got the Rileys as well.
TF to escape with his ulti. Another defensive ulti burned.
Gonna see 0-0 making his way around, but he's actually walking through wards right here. I mean, C9E, they own much more of the jungle with vision. Gonna control right now the Baron Pit as well. More wards gonna go down on this one. Looks like the Baron Pit might be what these guys want. Odromna's gonna go bottom lane with his Summoner Teleport available. Might help him a bit. Top lane not really doing much.
So they have the global advantage here. They can easily defend waves. They've got Sivir for wave clear, Ahri for wave clear. They have no problem defending sieges. Really, they have this small window where TF's ulti is down, yet they have the Rise teleport. So they have a small advantage there. And really, they just need vision more around the middle of the map so they can catch NIP in a rotation with the Ahri and with the Sivir. So all they need is catch one person out of position. They've got plenty of move speed to capitalize on anybody being caught.
Okay, so safety in numbers for NIP. We'll see if they can keep themselves from getting caught out, or if Cloud9 Eclipse can make these openings happen. Blue buff right now. Looks like it's going to be given to Pavivin, actually. Odwamna has enough mana for himself anyway. Yarnin and Freeze going to battle over a pink ward. It's going to go NIP's way with this one. Still about 6,000 gold, slightly growing here. Cloud9 Eclipse getting a small gold lead in this one. Alberto level 17. These people farming a lot, waiting around for the late games in this one. No one waiting on the bottom side of the map. Again, the battle being for the Baron Pit here. The wards, very much the objective for both teams. TF ulti doesn't even need wards. Sees them anyway.
Not for long, though.
Cheating.
Not for long. Now, they need to get pressure on one of these lanes here. They have TF shoving mid. They sort of have Cloud9 cornered here. And they're going to make them respond to the minion wave that they've created at middle. Good little move there from NIP. They're not getting caught around Baron. There's not enough true sight for them to have to face check it. So they divert Cloud9's attention very successfully.
Let's see what we find with this one, honestly. Slower game. Farm's coming in, 289 minions on Rise. Void Staff is done, so he's very offense focused. Chain Vest grab, that might be a GA. Could be Randuin's.
Once they get a full tank Shyvana, then the options for tower dives will actually open up, though.
He's got 2 slots to go.
Yeah, so it's a long ways off, and they don't want to do it before then, because if they do it before then again, they have 2 lines of very strong peel here for NIP. They've got the Equalizer, and they have the box from Thresh. You do not want to dive in onto that unless you know you have a very large advantage.
Okay, so slow and steady going to win the race for these guys. Wouldn't be a NIP game without it. Nice long landing phase for everybody. Voidal, they don't even let him get any of his last hits right there. Scumbag Yearner just like takes the entire wave and says, at some point you'll gain gold.
They're feeling very strong about the team fight, though. If they can catch somebody out, again, we already mentioned so many times, Leona ult, Ahri, Sivir, this is so much potential here for Cloud9 to catch somebody. If they can grab one, it'll be a huge win for them. They're just continually trying to force over by Baron, but again, look at all this true sight they're trying to work with. Only 1 pink ward in the unupgraded sweepers is not going to be enough. They need to upgrade some of those sweepers. Because look, there's a 1 ward still inside Baron Pit they haven't been able to grab. And NIP can continue split pushing, trying to draw them out across the map.
Yeah. That's why you always pink ward in the Baron Pit. Like, never ever try to seek Baron unless you pink ward inside the pit itself, because you will.
Of course, again, got to watch that Equalizer.
Well, it's going to be 0-0 off on the side. Will he jump in? Will he do much with the Equalizer? It's like the reveal, gonna put Voidal in the mix, gonna slow on 0-0, misses the E. Lantern is not gonna find anybody.
Sivir ult down. Can they wait it out?
Spells. 2 spells for 1 on this one.
Rise ult is down too. All this move speed is gone here for Cloud9.
And they even snuck a ward in as well. So there's another 10 seconds before you can even get
that was a very favorable exchange for NIP, even though no action went down.
Yeah, and
huge favorable exchange for them. They can shove with a cannon minion here. TF should make quick work of that turret. NIP do a good job in the late game. This is why they like going to the late game. They're very calm and collected.
Very, very calm. Didn't force the issue. The threat of Rumble stopping really any of the Baron attempts there. Nukeduck just walking back and forth between waves. 376 minions. Before, I was saying the only guy who was breaking 10 CS a minute was Fabivin, the Ahri. Now, Nukeduck's beating him in
There's no ult for TF here.
Well,
so he's got to walk his way all the way back to the pit.
But it's on top of ward. Some good damage comes in from the Equalizer.
Still tanking Baron.
C9E come back in for this one. Ojwamna takes the Baron debuff, reducing his damage pretty heavily. Now the same for Fabivin. Over the wall.
Man, again.
And nothing grabbed. Culling comes across, doesn't find much though. Baron makes it rain. NIP forced to back off again. Freeze actually aggro's Baron. NIP want this fight. They've got better positioning though. C9E split up in 2 different halves right here. Poke comes across. Ojwamna half HP.
Solar Flare's back up.
And they're going to go in for this one. Ojwamna's caught out. Stun lands. Rune Prism's not going to mean much. Down he goes. Fabivin takes a card to the back. Jump in from Hilberto. Lands a bit more damage. Overextends though and goes down 1 for 1. And meanwhile, minions are pushing down turrets on different sides of the map. But NIP have the inside track now towards the mid lane.
Yeah, that was definitely too much for Hilberto to go for. NIP still have the momentum though.
Going to be some decent wave clear. Hook's not going to land, but they've got minions. But looks like they're going to back off. Afraid of Ahri coming back in with home guards.
That's Sivir wave clear. Okay. Solar Flare landing.
He pulls in 0-0. Some good damage going to come back. Coast slowed down. Hooked in as well. Half HP. Dragon gets him out a little bit of the way, but there's more damage on the 0-0. There's going to be 2 kills picked up. Fabivin getting both actually from over the wall. Yearman in the melee range goes down. Bit off more than he could chew.
Oh, Freeze shot him in the face. Flashing in to die there. Where's Yarnin? All right. Exciting little bit of action there. Now this is the very end of it, where the 3-man Cloud9 group actually are able to make NIP stick around, which they do not want since they burned all their ultis. Fabivin comes in at the very end. He does not have Ahri ult, so can't jump over to join anything. But the TF stun right there, locking up Niran as soon as he jumps in. And again, Cloud9 return to the Baron Pit, and again, TF ulti reveals what they're trying to do.
TF shows with freeze, but the stun comes in, and Fabivin just goes in. Down goes Freeze right away. I had no word for that. He just goes and like, well, he's disappeared. Freeze got thawed. Melted. That's the word. I don't know. Thawed sounds great.
Good one. All right, so Domino is able to send him to Rune Prison. How about that? And
yeah!
Bivin actually executes the sentence there. But that's a huge win. Cloud9, they finally get what they were going after. They return to the Baron, and they actually get it this time, catching Freeze out. NIP were a little disoriented after that last fight. We're not able to regroup.
Red buff goes to Ari. Interesting. He just got one off killing Freeze.
Man, they were doing so well, too. NIP was doing so well, pulling Cloud9 around. Even though Cloud9 had this pretty big lead and the stronger team fight, NIP were positionally outplaying them until that one misstep. It only takes one misstep. And remember, it all started with Kha'Zix jumping back in to trade back a kill. NIP had gotten a clean kill. TF ulti, they took down Ryze, one of the biggest parts of the C9 team. But they wanted more. Kha'Zix went in and could not click the lantern back out. From then, it was hard rotations for NIP to make up for.
I guess that's kind of what happens as well. Like, if you're the one down in gold, you make all these great plays, but if you suck yourself into a just dedicated fight, you saw exactly what happened with that one.
Yeah, so it's really easy for you to just make one mistake because Cloud9 have this amazing chase team. Like, they have all the speed and they have this great team fight power. You have to play it perfectly. If you make one misstep, then you're going to lose out on not only Baron, but looks like they got Dragon as well.
Dragon, I believe, actually went to NIP in picture-in-picture. So Ninja's Majam, because, yeah, C9E ran over to start Baron after the few catches.
So so they traded.
Yeah, NIP with, like, I think it was just Freeze and Nuke Duck took that one down. I also like that during the chase, the replay we had a second ago, Vivin took those 2 kills with a single Foxfire each one. It just, like, shot over the wall, like, invisible, and, like, knocked him down.
Efficiency.
Yeah, very well secured. Didn't even have to aim. Just press W and it happened.
All right, TF does have his teleport once again, but it's going to be, they need him at the turret to wave clear, so I don't think he's going to be split pushing here.
Yeah.
Can't wait for a teleport in. There's also the drawback whenever you're teleporting into a team fight late. There's a giant circle on the ground that tells the enemy where you're going to land. With all sorts of skill shots.
Like that hook right there on the minion. Down it went. Help the team pick it up, but this turret's down to half HP right now. Baron buff on, I think, 4/5 of Cloud9 Eclipse. So some good regen for everyone but Yernin. Silly Sivir died in the last fight. We're waiting just in between every wave. They're going to try to go in, find some damage.
So
here we go again.
Ku hovering on the outside here makes me think that they're looking for a good engage. Good equalizer. All they have to do is back off.
Good stun. Voidal goes in, loses half his HP. Ko jumps in as well, gets hooked in, has the shield, and goes down. 2 for 1 so far. NIP's favored. 3 kills coming across. A lot of deaths on all sides. Hilberto into the back lines. He's trying to get away, goes down. Looks like 2 surviving members for each team.
All right, so they get inside the base and they get the buildings down that they wanted. It could have been cleaner, though. Equalizer goes down. If Voidal did not engage over that equalizer, the rest of the team could have added some damage and backup to it, but kind of cut off the rest of the team there with that one.
Yeah.
All said and done, though, 3 for 3, and they get both the turret. See, everybody else is backing off. Voidal's going in, so he's going to go down, but they do have the damage to back it up here. Ko's able to soak up a lot from that turret. The Vivin goes right into the heart of the team to take on everyone. And eventually Ryze will be able to get across the line to clean up. So 3 versus 3, two buildings down. Big cleanup there for Cloud9.
Yeah.
Because as a short-range team, they do have the toughest time with the first inhibitor turret to go down. Now that they have one down, they have a much clearer path.
Yeah. You saw like how hesitant they were. You talked about like when Voidal went in, the rest of the team was like way back.
Yeah, everybody's has the same idea. Retreat, retreat. Except Voidal. We got to kill them now.
Voidal went in. Yernin was like waiting for Equalizer to end, and it was like completely in turret range. We like did nothing for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, I'm helping. And then just knocked the turret down afterwards. But yeah, honestly, 9-2-3 on Vivin's Ari. That's working so well for him. For last pick, pick that knew he was fighting against TF in the mid lane. Won in minions, though not by the end game at this point. You're seeing TF wave through work, but oh no, still on the chase. Good Harpoon gonna stop him though. It's a gigantic slow.
Yeah, he got a few too many bullets in the face as well. Man, he does have the last item, Guardian Angel, though. This is maxed out Rise. It's one of the scariest things in the game. Full item Rise, even upgraded boots for more flashes, more flashy plays.
More teleports, too. He actually runs faster after flashing and teleporting now as well. It's going to be all kinds of fun dealing with this man. Level 18 for the entire lineup on both sides, except for Mithy, who's only 16.
All right, so both AD carries with the one defensive item look like they're opting for Banshee's Veil. I like that one rather than trying to cleanse any of the CCs or go with a Guardian Angel.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of
Blocking
sense,
one spell is pretty much the highest impact that you're going to look for with that one defensive item. Right now, though, 5 versus 4. Cloud9 just shoving down outer turrets here as Roberto was forced to clear top lane.
So only inhib turrets and Nexus turrets left right here. C9E looked down to the bottom lane. Roberto. Now Nukeduck going to be part-time defending top against these super minions. Looks like he times it right, though. He waits until the wave dies at bottom, then heads over, clears the wave, and has 30 seconds to get his way back down to the bottom lane. And looks like Nukeduck will be there in time to defend once more.
All right, their eyes are going to be on who can we land a stun on here for NIP. They want to lock somebody down who does not have a Banshee's Veil. Hopefully who does not have a Guardian Angel as well. So he's looking at Ko or Voidal. Even locking down the front line is not bad. TF focuses the first person. He does have Void Staff. He's got plenty of penetration. Burning down the front line is actually a good strat here for NIP. They've got plenty of peel. As we mentioned before, the Equalizer plus box is very good at defending versus turret dives.
C9E going to lurk their way into the brush with their Voidal actually going to be the one scouting out. They look for the flank, they get the stun on 0-0. Here comes the team, Sivir ulti in tow as well. Huge burst, Nukeduck goes down. Voidal in the front lines does not care if he dies though, because they're going to find more kills for the team. 1 for 1 so far. Roberto in the back lines looks for Yernin, but 3 kills already picked up for C9E, and they look for the front door.
Yeah, great job there by C9E, collapsing, catching them out of guard. I don't think they have to even go inhibitor turrets. Should be the end of the game here.
The inhib respawns, but you know they've still got a super minion here. Cloud9 Eclipse going to look to close out game 1 of this grand final best of 5. Nexus turret number 1 under fire. Number 2 about to go down as well. 52 minutes into the game and a phenomenal team effort, but Cloud9 Eclipse will win game 1, the grand finals of the Challenger Spring Series.
52-minute game.
Yep.
Not much of a surprise there. We thought it would be a long one with NIP. And Cloud9, they did go with option number 2.
Yeah.
More late game power, beat them at their own game.
Yeah, and despite how hard Odwamna got camped too, he started 0-3-0 on Rise. So much attention was spent up there, but NIP unable to capitalize off those kills to do much more. The turret stayed equal. Dragons actually, almost all of them went to Cloud9 Eclipse as well, and the outskilling worked.
Yeah, it's been said time and time again, even if you kill Rise early, it's going to scale up late game. So you want to take advantage of the little window that you do have.
Yeah, so I actually want to bring up a replay real quick, though. It's a really sweet hook by Mithy. Even though they lost the game, it's pretty fun stuff for Mithy if you want to bring that one up there.
Oh, yeah. So this was the best fight for NIP that they got. This was started off by the Equalizer, and then the hook by Mithy across the very thick Baron wall there. They were able to capitalize and get a lot done. But after they won the fight, there was a little bit of indecision here. They're like, whoa, should we start the Baron up again? Take a little bit of extra damage there. And they didn't get much out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, they started on it, but they had a couple members dead already. And the fact that 2 members of C9E were still alive, I actually kind of want to see the second half of that one because, yeah, basically they stopped the Baron time. Like, Baron was at half HP. NIP had started fighting it already. And it was just the 2 of them kind of coming in there and stopping the entire exchange, getting a kill as well for it. But yeah, C9E, basically the story was, despite all the good early moves by NIP, and in general, like NIP fought pretty well, no objectives could go blue team's way. C9E stopped everything from getting lost. They never gave up Baron, very few dragons overall, and just kills were just kills for NIP.
Yeah. I also want to point out that Ko did go with that heavy counter jungling style with Shyvana with the Pharaoh Flare, and it worked out pretty well for them. His ganks were definitely uninspiring as he died down bottom.
Yeah.
But it still worked out. They had a good game plan, and they executed well.
Yeah, well, congrats in the late game. So, guys, that's 1 Nexus down, at least 2 more to go. In return, it's time for the rematch between Cloud and Eclipse and the Ninjas in Pyjamas.